What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I got 4 of my favorite Fujifilm film recipes, film simulations. I actually don't shoot film and I never have, so I just treat them as built-in LUTs for this camera. These are the ones that I go to all the time from different scenarios. I will put all of the recipes up on the screen, but I do want to talk about some of the things within each recipe so that you can build your own if you want to, or you could just copy mine directly. They are pretty cool. All right, so the thing about these little Fujifilm cameras is they love to be overexposed. So in most of the recipes, I overexpose my photos by 1 stop, sometimes a stop and a half. And to combat that so you don't blow out the highlights completely, you put your camera in DR200, and that's just dynamic range 200. Then you have to preserve some of the highlights. The one catch with this, you have to have ISO 320 or above for you to be able to use this function. If you go below, you'll notice right away it just cancels the DR200, and then you get a pretty crunchy image. But DR200 is something that I have in 3 out of the 4 recipes that I'm sharing with you. All right, so the first recipe is built off of classic chrome, and I got it on Fuji X Weekly, and it was pretty much the Porta 160 recipe. I tweaked it a little bit just because that one had clarity in it. If you know anything about putting clarity on in your preset, it basically makes the camera slow down really a lot, and I don't like shooting that way. But I'm gonna put the recipe on the screen so you can see here, but it gives you that cinematic look. It's very nostalgic looking. It is my pretty much go-to recipe most of the time. I have it set to this. For shooting portraits and people, it gives skin tones that natural soft look, which I'm a huge fan of. I shoot a lot of portraiture within my photography. So the second film recipe that I use has Real Ace as the base, and that took a while for me to kind of come around to this one, because on the X100VI, that is the newest film simulation, and I thought it was kind of gimmicky. But when I really sat down and started using it, I love it for nature and green tones. It kind of gives like a bluish green to like plant life, and then it has very soft, nice shadows. So I'm gonna put on the screen right here the exact recipe. You can pause it and just kind of take that. I really love it. I'm gonna put a lot of examples into what it looks like. And my third recipe has a base of Belvia. If you know anything about Belvia, it's super saturated. It's not one that everybody loves, but what I love about it is the blues and the reds really come to life. I went and shot some of these photos right here at the peaceful protest in Santa Monica, and you can see I had it in my first Porta 160, and it was kind of dreary. It didn't feel as exciting, and everybody was really like vibrant and energetic. They were singing songs. So I switched it over to this recipe right here, and you can see the reds and the blues really pop. So on the screen right here is the exact recipe. I love this one. Like I said at the beginning, you can tweak any of these recipes. You don't have to use my exact formula, but if you want this look, then use it. It's yours. Here's a bunch of examples of this recipe used in the real world. All right, so the final recipe is Actar 100, and I made a whole video on this before, but since this is a 4 recipe video, I'm gonna put the recipe on the screen. But this one is so colorful, and I got this one straight off of Fuji X Weekly and just took out the clarity. So all of these recipes, they all have the DR200, like I said before, and that preserves the highlights. I use my camera in in manual mode and just use the light meter to get my exposure one stop above, so I shoot everything overexposed. If you're not comfortable doing that, you can easily just use the exposure compensation dial. So I recommend shooting one stop above, even a stop and a half, sometimes two. It uses your own judgment, but it makes the colors really pastel and soft and nice to look at. All right, so that's going to do it for my film recipes. These are my favorites. I hope you like using them as much as I do. I am about to release a 1-year review on this camera. It's been an incredible year using it. I've got 25,000 photos taken already. I can't believe it. I use it a lot. And if you like this video, make sure you check out this video on the exact settings that I use, how I set up all my custom buttons and functions on this camera. So I'll see you
It's not like
over there.